Good morning, you guys. Didn't have much of a wrap up last night. I just went to bed. I do that a lot, as you see. I was going to give you a quick update of what I'm planning to read today. I went ahead and got this started. I'm going to try and finish it today. Persepolis shouldn't be too big of a problem, though I do have a pretty busy day today. I also started I Hate Fairyland 2, and I want to get that one finished today. And then I wanted to get Sheets started. I'm not certain if I can get to this one. I have a lot of like out and about things that I'm doing today. I mean, I'm working, but outside of working, I have a lot of out and about things that I'm doing today. So sitting and reading will be a little difficult. I'm just going to take them all with me and hope that I have some time to read. But I'm not promising anything, though I should be getting my box from BookOutlet today. Sometimes it comes a day later. Sometimes they're like, yeah, it's going to definitely be there Thursday, and it shows up Friday. So we'll have to see. But if that does happen, I'll have an unboxing for you guys later today, which is exciting. It's a lot of books to haul. I will catch in with you guys when I have some time a little bit later today. Goodbye. So the question is, where did all of these books come from? I think I remember putting an order in, but I don't remember ordering this many books. So technically I'm in book jail, which means that I bought an absurd amount of books at one point in the spring, and to get out of buying too many books, I have to follow certain steps to get myself out of book jail. Well, I never officially, participated in book jail like I was supposed to in May, June, July, and August, and most of September, and then I put in 2 orders. So a few of these are books that I got when I did my graphic novel haul, which is last week or something like that. And I did order mostly graphic novels, but I got a few, like maybe 5 non-graphic novels, and then I put another big order in, and it took 2 shipments to get it to me. So I opened up the first one, but not the second one. So I have a huge haul and unboxing for you guys today. So I'm going to go through the books that I bought, and I'm going to go through them relatively quickly so that this isn't like a 45-minute video, because it's really just supposed to be me on the readathon this week. This just happened to coincide. But on the update note, I have made no progress from when I talked to you this morning because I have been working all day and I can't read while I work. So it doesn't work like that. Okay, so the first one I got was The Queen of Atolia by Megan Whalen Turner. This one is in a series, and I have all the rest of the series. I just didn't have this one. And this stuff is the one I got on the BookOutlet order with all the kids' books when those were on sale for 25% off. So I've had these for like maybe 3 or 4 weeks, something like that. I also got The Pearl Thief by Elizabeth Wen, who wrote Codename Verity, which I very much enjoyed. So I thought I'd get this one. And they actually had 2 different covers on this one. I just thought this one was a little prettier. So I got this one. And they were like the same price too. BookOutlet's so great. Cheap, cheap books. The One Memory of Floorbanks by Emily Barr. This is one I heard about, gosh, a couple years ago. And this girl can only keep like 1 memory. So she just has to choose which one memory it's going to be. And like, how do you choose what 1 memory you're going to keep? It sounds like it's going to be a really good book. I also got Paper and Fire by Rachel Kane. And this is part of the Great Library Trilogy. This is the second one. I have the first one. I love the spines on these because they look like old books and everything. They're so great. Haven't read the first one yet. I need to, but the second one was up. So I was like, time to complete a series, hey? Problem is, most of these I really do want to put on my TBR shelf, but I'm going to be doing a massive reorganization probably next week after I go to my huge library book sale, which I don't know if I've talked about it, but it's next Thursday. So next Friday's video will probably be my ridiculously huge library sale haul. And I don't know, some years I've gotten like 6 books and some years I've gotten like 2 boxes of books. So we'll have to see. I also got The Caller by Juliette Marillier. I think this is in a series where I have the 3rd book, but not the 2nd. But now I have the 1st and 3rd, so I'm getting there. And then I did get Scarlet by A.C. Goughton. And then the 2nd book in the series is Lionheart. And the 3rd is Lady Thief. And I'm kind of excited about these. Or maybe these are wrong. Maybe the 3rd is Lionheart. I don't know. But basically, it's like Will Scarlet from Robin Hood, but gender swapped. So it's a girl. I think it sounds great. I also got a kid book for myself, which is a new book called Runny Babbit Returns by Shel Silverstein. And I thought I had Runny Babbit, so I didn't buy it, but apparently I don't. Boy, you really can't see that. And I can't believe he wrote a new book. I thought he was dead. He wrote books when I was a kid, and I'm old. Maybe not that old. I don't know. Great, though. I also got Thunderhead by Neil Shusterman, which is the sequel to Scythe, which is a series I do want to get into. I'm not sure if it's a duology or if there are more books. If you know, let me know down below. This is what they call a scratch and dent copy. So the bottom is a little banged up. You can't really see too much, just a little bit. And then there's this little missing spot here. But this book was $3, and it's a hardback. So I can't complain that much. If I really love it, I'll get new fancy copies eventually. But if I'm just going to be reading it and deciding if I want to keep it or not, this will do just fine. I also got And I Darken by Kristen White because I have heard about this. Now, I feel like people either love this or hate this. I know it has a very strong female protagonist, so I'm hoping that I will love it, but I don't know much else outside of that. And it can be kind of dark, too. And then I did get The Valiant by Leslie Livingston, which is a female gladiator book, and I think that sounds pretty great. I've been wanting to get it for a while, and BookOutlet had it for cheaps. I got One True Love by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This is the gal who wrote The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, and I loved that, so I'm going to give this a shot. And I remember what this is about, actually, now looking at it. This is about a lady whose husband basically gets lost at sea, and she's sad, and then, like, 10 years later, she moves on, or not even 10 years, might have been 3 years, I don't know. She moves on and is engaged to be married, and then her husband shows up. So this kind of sounds like the plot of a few movies, but I don't think it's funny like the movies are funny. I think it's serial. I also got The Mysterious Affair at Castaway House by Stephanie Lamb. And I stopped to look at this because it sounds like an Agatha Christie book, which it's not. But when I read the back, it did sound very intriguing. All I remember is about a woman who's trying to keep something a secret, and you're kind of jumping from 1920s to 1960s and back and forth. And it sounded interesting. I look forward to reading it. And it's kind of like oddly big print. Like it looks like it's a long book, but I don't think it is. I think it'd be a quick read. And apparently it's $18 in Canada. So there's that. Next, I have 20s Girl by Sophie Kinsella. I like Sophie Kinsella. She's funny. She's a funny writer. And this one is about a girl whose goofy, weird aunt dies and then decides to haunt her and make her do all the fun things that she never did in her life because our main character is kind of boring and needs some zesting up or something like that. It sounds great. Next I have The Scent of Secrets and Woman in Shadows by Jane Thien. And actually, I heard about these books on somebody's channel, and I don't remember who it was, and then like 2 days later I saw them on BookOutlet, so I got them. It's the first and third in the series, so I'll have to keep my eyes peeled for the second. But basically it is about a girl who is a very talented British actress, and she actually makes it really big in Germany in like the 30s, and then World War II starts happening around her, and she's a Jew, so she's kind of hiding it, but at the same time she's like, what am I supposed to do exactly? But there's 3 books, so she probably doesn't die in the first one, so that's good news. Basically, I'm a sucker for anything that's World War II, but you guys knew that. And next I got 3 books by Edward Rutherford. I got The Dublin Saga, The Princes of Ireland, which sounds pretty interesting to me. I'm gonna drop that. I got Paris, the novel, and New York, the novel, which this is the one I got about halfway through. Oh, I love these floppy books. I got about halfway through this one, and then I was trying to read it before I went to New York City, and then I didn't finish it, so I just kind of set it down, but I need to finish it. I was really enjoying it. It kind of takes us from the beginning of New York City, like when it's first getting settled, when it was New Amsterdam, up to fairly present day. I think it goes up to like 2015-ish, 2009. Maybe the other version I had went later. I don't know. But I have it now. I got a few graphic novels in that second box. First one is The Secret Loves of Geek Girls. And this is stories by Margaret Atwood, Marjorie Liu, Mario Tamiko, Marguerite Bennett, and more. And it actually is like, there'll be comic pages like this, and then there are story pages like that. So it's kind of a mixture of both. It's one I was thinking about picking up during the readathon, but I just don't have as much time this readathon as I thought I was going to have. So I'm going to have to make up some time this weekend, I tell you. I also got Fables, The Mean Season, which is volume 5. And if you watch my other video, you will see I got quite a few of the Fables already. And then these are more comic booky level, small kind of books, and they were pretty cheap too. I got Buffy High School Years, Glutton for Punishment, and I got Buffy High School Years, Parental Parasite as well. So these will be cute Buffy ones. I'm always a fan of the Buffy world. And then I got The Guild by Felicia Day and Jim Rugg, which I was super excited about because it's that TV show that I think I watched like half of it. I doubt I ever finished it. And it just makes me chuckle. So I think the comic book will make me chuckle. And I also got All Are Wrong Today's, a novel by Elan Mastari. And this is a one I heard about, I don't know, maybe last year on BookTube. And it is, all I remember is this time travel-y, and it was very intriguing. It got some mixed reviews. There's some people that really liked it, and then there are people that are like, it fell flat. So we will have to see about this one. I also got Lilac Girls by Martha Hall Kelly. This is one I read last summer and it made me cry all the tears. It was sad and wonderful. And this we follow 3 women who are all involved in World War II in different ways. The first one is a Polish girl who is a Jew and she gets put in a concentration camp where they actually do medical experiments on you. Yay. The second one is a German woman who is an aspiring doctor and she is sent to a camp to do experiments on Jews to find out how the human body works better, to better their soldiers. Boo. And the third woman is an American, kind of a starlet actress who doesn't have much direction anymore and finding her way of being involved in World War II and how terrible it was. But being a woman in the time, she didn't have a big voice. So making the voice she had be heard. It's just a really great book. If you enjoy World War II stories, you'd enjoy this. If you enjoyed The Nightingale, you would enjoy this. It's a heavy-ish book because it's World War II, but it's totally worth reading. And the whole reason I got that one box was because of this bad boy. Brandon Sanderson's Oathbringer. It's a little damaged on the corner. That's okay. This hardback book cost me like $4.50, which is awesome. So I'm only like halfway through the first one in these series, and I'm not in a huge hurry. The fourth one doesn't have, oh, these are so pretty, a date that it's coming out or anything like that. So, and there are going to be 10 of them. So I'm going to take my time. These are so pretty. Oh, so pretty. Okay, so my other box, I don't think you can see it. You can kind of see it. An abundance of paper. You know, around Christmas time, that actually comes in handy. I don't get to buy books around Christmas time. Okay, this is Antenna, a novel by Marissa Acochello. And this is a graphic novel. And I literally got it because I thought the cover made it look like fun. I don't know exactly what it's about. It kind of looks like, judging this book by its cover, I would have to say it's like a 50s, 60s, where you want to go to outer space novel or something derives from outer space novel. I don't know if I'm right or not, but I'll read it someday and I'll let you know. Ooh, a coupon. I love coupons. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot I got this one. I got the Ultimate Ketogenic Cookbook, which I'm kind of excited about. I do eat mostly keto, and this was BookOutlet cheap, so I got it. And I actually have gotten a book by Ellis Sanders before, and I think it was Paleo Crockpot Meals, and they were really good recipes, so this should be good. Now, I got some other graphic novels too. They just keep coming out with more and more with BookOutlet, which is a great place to buy them, saying they're like 50% or less than the normal cost, which is expensive. I got the Alexander Hamilton graphic novel, A History of American Founding Father. Now, I saw Hamilton when I went to New York 2 months ago, and it was really great. So when I saw this, I was like, I'm gonna get that. And I actually told my sister I was getting this, and she wants to read it too. And if I'm a nice sister, maybe I'll let her read it first. I got Angel Out of the Past, which is in the Angel universe, which again, I enjoy Angel and Buffy and things of the sorts. I got Clue, the graphic novel, which I'm very excited about. I don't know who wrote it, Eller and Daniel, but basically it is Clue, the movie. I don't know, it could be something different. Could have a lot more to it, but it's a movie I loved and watched a lot when I was a kid, and it's a game that I would play as well, so yay. I also got Strong Female Protagonist Book 2. Didn't even know there was a Book 2, which I'm hopefully going to be reading Book 1 during the readathon, let you guys know how it lands, but I have high hopes. This is a really cool cover. Look at that. In her reflection, that's the superhero. That's the undercover person, if you know what I mean. Pretty cool. They're clever with these book covers, let me tell you. I also got Zombies vs. Aliens. Ooh, this one's a little damaged too. It's probably another scratch and dent. They're just cheaper, so I get them. This is edited by Holly Black, and it's made by a whole bunch of people. And it's just some stories of Team Unicorn and Team Zombie. You gotta look at the naked book. It's pretty cool. It's chaos of zombies and unicorns. This is what that is. Basically, it's just a funny book about zombies and unicorns. Somebody did tell me that if I liked Zombieland, I would like this, and I did like Zombieland. Again, made me chuckle. I also got Winona Earp, Homecoming and Legends. Laura Innes, who wrote The Dreamer, also wrote these, and they had them for cheap, so I'm pretty excited. 2 more graphic novels for my little collection, which is outgrowing its spot, so it's gonna get a new one. I also got The Contrary Tale of Butterfly Girl by Isabel B. And I actually have another book by this author, and my niece had read it and said that it was actually really good. She's a really good author. So when I saw this one for super cheap, I got it. And I got myself a copy of A Wrinkle in Time, the trilogy. So this is all 3 books in one, hence why it's a little bit thicker. And I could probably finally give my sister back her copy of A Wrinkle in Time, which I started and never finished. Yep. And then I got Manners and Mutiny by Gail Carriger, which is the final book in the Finishing School series. And I have the other 3, and I'm going to be reading some Gail Carriger this fall, so I thought it would fit in pretty well. And then I actually heard about another author just in the last month or so, Christy Camprin, and she writes like historical fiction with a twist, I believe, and they had quite a few of hers and they were pretty cheap, so I got them. First one is The Butterfly and the Violin, and this is about a girl who is a concert violinist who gets taken to Auschwitz for trying to smuggle Jews out, and her story there. And I mean, I'll read anything World War II, but that sounded really great. A Sparrow in Terezin. And I don't remember what this one is about, but I remember this was the one that takes place like modern day in like 1940s. I don't remember much else, but all her books sound great to me. I kid you not. The Illusionist's Apprentice. This one I will probably pick up fairly soon. This is about a girl who is Harry Houdini's apprentice, and then he dies, and like, where does she go from there? Her name is ruined, so she starts using another name, but people figure out who she is, and then the cops, because they now know who she is, want her to help them solve a murder. And I just think it sounds really, really great. I've always been interested in Harry Houdini stuff. My brother like was in love with him when we were kids, so that always interested me. And if she's as good a writer as my friend said, we should be in good shape. And I also got The Ringmaster's Wife, which is what it sounds like. It's a story about a ringmaster's wife in the 20s, and she has some interactions with somebody else who's new to the circus. I don't remember much beyond that, but I remember it sounded good. And any book haul would not be complete without a little bit of Agatha Christie to tuck them in at night. Yep. I got The Secret of Chimneys, The Hollow. Murder is easy and towards zero. I am super duper excited about these to add to my matching collection, which will one day be complete. I'm speaking in faith here. So that is it, you guys. That is my massive haul of 49 books, which I have room for on my bookshelves, and I'm going to read all of them right away, I'm sure. Stars, I have a problem. But I'm very excited about my new books, and then I'll be getting more new books next week, and then I will never buy another book ever again. I'll probably buy books again. Probably not until the new year, to be honest. My birthday's coming up and Christmas is coming up, and people buy me books because they know me, and I don't want to get any repeats, so I think that's what we're gonna do. I'm going to run some more errands because my day just hasn't been long enough. However, I will check in with you guys once more before I go to bed. I promise this time, I really will check in. I won't just be so tired I go fall to bed. I do that all the time. All the time. But I will check in with you, and I'm gonna read too. That's gonna happen. All right, see you soon. Okay guys, it is very late and I'm going to bed. And I said I was going to talk to you before I went to bed. And so I hear, yeah, yep. Here I am, talking to you. Quite tired. Are you tired, sweetie?
Sure.
What are you reading?
Hyperbole and a Half. That I introduced to you when I was just a webcomic.
When you were a wee lad.
Yes.
Yes. I did not finish Persepolis like I thought I was going to. It's a lot of words, which sounds silly coming from a graphic novel, but they have a lot of like extra titles and headers and stuff like that too. So I'm maybe a good third of the way into it, and it's good. I do like it. It's actually funnier than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to kind of be a serious comic, and it's not too serious. It's from a young girl's perspective, a young Iranian girl in the early 80s, and I do like it. I did get distracted though with Sheets, which you can kind of see. This one I'm halfway through. It's a really quick read, which is good because I was almost falling asleep on the couch. So I might read one of these for a little bit tonight, but I'm basically done. I did finish my Plain Jane though today because I was driving about town a lot and running errands and things, and so I was listening to a book and I finished it actually in my car. So the tally for the day is 1 book finished, but no graphic novels. I'm really going to have to rely heavily on my weekend to get to my reading goals because this week has just turned out to be much busier than expected. Tomorrow I'll have a little time to read, not a ton. I might just try and finish one of the 3 graphic novels that I have started. We'll have a family dinner tomorrow night with Mark's family, so I might take you guys there. You can meet some of the family. And I'm just going to see what all I can get read. So, have a good night, day. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.